It all tastes like chicken.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back. If you're first here, this is a fun channel. I think I'm having fun doing it. Look who showed up. Matt Knabb. Matt Knabb's back with us. So I got all the pieces to fit in the back. They don't fit great, so don't pick at them and say, Cotton, you suck. I already know that. But Matt, what do you think about the
trunk?
Yeah.
Looks nice.
The fuel cell, now we can put stuff in it, right?
Yeah, it's fixed.
So since he's here, we can stop working on that because we have to get the engine in the van. He said, Cotton, if I come and see you, let's put the engine in. And I said, Matt, that sounds lovely. Because that puts me a week ahead, because all I wanted to do was run it before Power Tour. So Matt wants to work on it. So that's what we're going to do, is work on that. But I took the pieces in the back to a buddy of mine, Ryan Blackwell at Blackwell Customs over in Belleville. Known the dude since he was young. And he's going to go ahead and paint it for me. I usually do all that painting my stuff, but I ain't got no time. So we're going to work on the van today. Get the engine in. You want to get it running.
Yep.
Say it again, you what?
Yeah, put the engine in and get it running.
So we go again, get the engine in and get it running. We'll show you more in a second. Remember all this stuff? This is everything we took off of that junk LS, because we're going to put that new LSX 376B15 in this dog. This is the new ACES intake that I can't wait to try. It's a little lower profile. That allowed me to raise the engine up 1.5 inches to clear the oil pan, so we don't have that problem. We need to get the engine in the van, and then we're going to put all of this goodness on. And we're going to try to have it running today.
It'll run.
It's going to run.
It's going to run.
Let's get going on that stuff. So we're putting the engine together, like, you know, the stuff that didn't matter to you, like, you know, putting bolts together on it and stuff. And this is an LSX engine. So compared to LS's, it's a little bit different. And I didn't know. So Matt, tell me what is going on now.
So LSX,
Yeah.
a lot of different performance enhancements, if you will, in the block. You know, it's got your extra head bolts and all these nice strengthening features. Well, the crankshaft is an 8-bolt for the flex plate or flywheel, whichever one you run. And standard LS is 6,
So I have 6.
yeah, it's not even work.
So now we're on the lookout for that. So it might happen today, it might not happen today, but we still have a lot to work we could still do. We got to wire it, we got to do a bunch of stuff. So this stuff ain't made up. I didn't know. I never had no LSX. Like, if you just do the LS, that works perfectly fine. So I guess if you got an LSX box and you want to go change that stuff, make sure you got an 8-bolt. So you learn stuff on this channel.
Yay!
Just like I did. After hours of investigating, we found out we're screwed. Here's the deal. Normal LSs have a 6-bolt pattern that goes on your crank, and you can put your flex plate on it to make it work. And I have a 400 turbo behind mine. Well, these take 8-bolt holes on this flex plate. And they take, well, how many? A 6-bolt converter instead of a 3-bolt converter that we have in the van now. Yep. So it takes a special flex plate that we can't find.
Not here.
So I'm gonna have to make a call to Summit and order it, because they usually have everything you need anyways. We're kind of in a dilemma. Like, my goal is to have this thing running by Power Tour, but if I have to get a flex plate, even if I order it, I still have to work on the Mirada. Here's the goal. Why don't we just do this? Why don't we just try, since you're here, I'm going to finish this transmission crossmember. Let's go ahead and at least get the crossmember fixed. Let's get it wired into the computer for the ACES. Get all that wired up in there. And then before you leave, I'm going to drop the transmission. Well, I won't have to. Yeah, I will. No.
We'll do as much as we can while I'm here.
This sucks, dude. Like, I mean, this is a piece that we really need, because technically we need to put the flex plate on so we could tighten it on, torque it in, drop the engine in, met it with the transmission, and be that way. That was our goal. Goals suck. So we have to. I don't know, dude. I'd rather just go cruising right now. But no, we got to work. Let's set up a go. I've been working on transmission mount. I'll show you the wiring on the other side on how we just need to wire that stuff in.
All right.
And then we'll just keep looking at this engine.
Yeah. That's not going to fix it.
Can you see the engine? You can see it? It just sits there. This is annoying. And then, we had such high hopes. Learn from this. Go do your investigation and always do research on everything that you're getting ready to do. Don't just take for granted that you think that it's going to work. You know, just because I had an LS in here, I did not think anything about the flex plate at all. It did not cross my mind at all. And then when Matt's like, oh yeah, they have 8 on the back of the LSA and LSX cranks. And we thought maybe it could be a truck, right? We thought we could do a truck one.
We went round and round and
everything.
Computer and phone calls, and we finally came to the resolution there's only one way to do it, and that's just not going to happen today. So
no, it's
we'll
not
just
at all.
do what we can while I'm here, and if you still want to go cruise, I'm down with that.
Y'all know me. Okay, let me get the transmission crossmember done. Let me get that out of my head, and then I'll show you. Man, we just figure this out.
Let's do train crossmember.
We're gonna do transmission crossmember, and then probably go cruising.
Maybe.
We have the transmission crossmember out. There's just 4 bolts that holds it in. I made this. It was actually a C10 one I found on Marketplace that I cut all up to make it work, because this van doesn't have a transmission mount like this. So we need to move this up 1.5 inches. If we cut it nice and clean, we could just take this bracket and move it up. Do you agree?
Yep.
I mean, if we could, here, I'll make you a deal. I want you to play with that Vulcan welder anyways.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you want, if we can draw a line, and we cut here, up, straight. Here, put it in the bandsaw and cut it. Then mark your 1.5 inches up. And I'm gonna let you get creative, and you could just have fun and weld for a while. Because I think I'm gonna go ahead and wire it. I'll work on the wiring.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't want to weld, it's up to you. You like welding. I thought you liked welding.
I don't know why you're so upset.
Dude.
Man comes to work for me, gets yelled at. How about that?
That's because you're my boy. But I mean, like, seriously, if you want to play with it, go ahead. Like, I mean, I know you've been asking about the welder.
Yeah, I'll play with it.
You know how to use all that stuff. Because then I can, if you do this, then I'll go ahead and finish up wiring the stuff, you know what I'm saying, in there. So that part's done. And then, I don't know. You know, now, okay, when you prime your engines usually, here's the deal. I always felt like, even on small block Chevys and all that, I always prime them beforehand. And dude, I've had bad luck, and I just want to make sure this thing's running right. So like, I kind of maybe might prime it, or you just get oil pressure and hit it to go.
So LSs are different because, you know, the oil pump's driven off the crankshaft on the front, you know, so you can't get in there like a small block Chevy and prime it up with a rod. So people have done it in different ways. There's access port on the side of the engine in the front.
That's what I'm thinking of.
And you can prime it that way, you know, somehow force oil into it and turn it over and all that. That's one way to do it. My experience, you know, building a new engine, it has lube in it. I measure all my stuff. I make sure the
they measured their stuff. This is all great.
So, that being said, I'll stick it in the vehicle, pull all the spark plugs out of it, pre-fill the oil filter, have the oil in it, pull the fuel pump relay or fuse, spin it over. You know, it might take 2 or 3 times, but once you see oil pressure build,
Well,
to me it's a green light.
Right.
So I put the plugs back in it, get the fuel system going, hit it, and if there's something wrong, shut it off, but I haven't had to do that, except one time, and I found it pretty quick, so it was not my fault.
That's what he's saying. Let me think about it. It's just an extra added insurance, right? Like priming your engine, make sure you got all the oil and all the passages so you don't have to worry about it being a dry start. Even though this engine has been ran before, and even though Matt's saying what he's saying, I'm kind of still, you know me. It's like, dude, I've had bad luck lately. You know, like I just want to make sure.
With your engine that's been sitting for 20 years?
It ain't been 20. Yeah, but we're 0 for 2 right now in engines. We got one engine with you with the 60 sitting down there that's dead. I got another engine that's dead, you know, and I'm like, I'm so over it, man. I'm just like, if we could do precautionary.
Well, I will say this, it's a GM Performance,
I know.
LSX 376 B15. I know those things are good. I haven't had a problem out of a brand new one, so I feel pretty good. But it's your motor, you do what you want.
I'm gonna think about it. You get to cutting this, I'm gonna get to wiring in there, and somehow we going cruising. I gotta get some work done. Yeah. My head is like going nuts.
Well, let me get to work then.
All right, you get to doing yours. I'm gonna get to doing mine.
All right, then.
Okay, Matt's over there. He's gonna start playing with the transmission Crossmember. He wanted to try that welder out anyways, and I told him it's pretty cool. The ACES setup that I used before was a drive-by cable, and it had a different wiring harness. Well, now I'm going to use the drive-by wire, which means that it all plugs in, and it's the same wiring harness, or same computer, just a different wiring harness, but I still have this PDM, this power distribution module, that I can plug everything into and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to do that, get the wiring set up while he's over there doing his thing. It's wired now, but as we were talking earlier about priming your engine, there's actually a cheap way of doing it. And I got on the used tubes, just like you guys do, and I thought I'd show you this because I want to try this out. So for like less than $23-ish, we got a way that we can pressurize this system in this block and put oil in every orifice. Look, pump sprayer. So you take your pump sprayer, you got your wand that comes out. You're gonna get rid of this part right here. We're gonna cut it off. This will go inside here, right? We're gonna drill a 1/2 inch hole. We're gonna put a Schrader valve, basically a valve stem in it. I went chrome because that's me. I like chrome. And we're gonna put that in there. What this is gonna allow it to do is when I put oil in here, I can put air pressure to it, or I could pump pressure to build it up in there. There's a port that's on the side of the block that you would actually put this fitting in. It's a metric. It's the same fitting as like when you're doing your oil pressure. Yeah, the oil pressure sending unit. It's the same fitting. This fitting will go in the block, and then all you're going to do is put a 1/4 inch barb. This 1/4 inch barb is now going to go into this line. So when I pressurize this system, it should shoot oil into the oil pump and start to fill every oil passage it has. The way we're going to know that it is because I'll show you, we're going to take the valve covers off of it and it's going to come gloobity glue. So I'm going to go ahead and build this whole thing, and then we're going to hook it up and get the primer. Hey, what up? Look, your oil pump on the LS's is right here. So this is the plug we're going to have to remove. This will lead us right into the super galley, or galley, or whatever you want to call it, of the, yeah! I need to take that out, but it's kind of hard. I got to get something with more butt, so hold on. When in doubt, impact it out. There it is. plug comes out. We are going to be using this again, so don't lose it. Now your adapter that we got with the barb goes in. Okay. So here's the deal. That's in. Now we're going to take the pump sprayer, put some oil in it, and then plug it in there. I need to take the valve covers off so I can look and make sure that each rocker is getting oil. So I'm going to take the valve covers off of it, and then we go in there and get the pump sprayer to do its thing. I mean, it's a simple way, but I'm just kind of paranoid a little bit about the whole oil. I know Matt's like, ain't no big deal, but it's a big deal. Now, if everything works right, we're going to pour oil in here. I don't know how much it's going to take, but we're just going to push it in. So I'm not going to pour it all in there, but we'll try that. We're just going to keep our eye on it because technically this is just oil going inside there, which would be good. Yep. Tighten you down here. Now I don't know if I should put. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Chima tighter, little tightener, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and take these valve covers off, and the reason being is we want to be able to see oil pressure happening. Now, if we wanted to, we could have put a manual oil pressure gauge in the top of here, which would show us that it's got oil pressure, but we don't have that. I didn't get one of them. What is up with you, bro? Okay. Yep. Lovely. Okay, how you doing? See, it's ran before, but we just want to get the oil back in here. So, take this other one off. Trying to get everything situated. So, we pressurize the tank. Oil goes in, primes the oil pump, and it'll go in. I already have oil in the filter itself, so it should fill every 4/5. Should. They say it's a long process, but right now we're waiting on parts, so it don't matter. Matt's having fun welding. I've already got the wiring ready to go, so every little bit of whatever we got to do is whatever it's got to do. All right, put a little bit of love in here. I don't know how much air pressure I just put in there, so I don't want to just shoot it and just blow up everywhere. Is any of you coming out yet? What I'm waiting for is when it starts to get oil all in here, it's going to start coming out of them push rods. And that's what I want to see. And then when it gets to the push rod, then I can start rotating the engine to see if we can get more. Because my goal is to have all the oil come out at every push rod. Then I know that it's all ready to go. You're in front of the camera with your butt. Huh? You're in front of the camera with your butt. Got some coming out of there. Over there. So I'm going to rotate it just so push rod can get a little bit, get them all going. Got different orifices we need to rotate, get it going. Got here, here. I want them to go. So if you see, can you see me? See this? That's what we're trying to get. They're starting to all come out now. There's a good one there, there. Here's the deal. So what we're trying to do is, you see how the oil's coming in here? We're trying to get every one of these push rods to start bleeding oil. Like that one's doing good, this one's doing great. There's a few more. We still have oil in the tank. It is time consuming, but this way, it is totally primed up. And I'll be happy with it. Even though Matt's way probably works a million times better in his world, but in my world, this is simple. It's the engine sitting there for 20 something dollars. We just made an oil primer. Does it take time? Sure. Little air pressure, blip, blip, oil goes through the whole system. We ain't got to worry about it. So that way I'm there. I think he's done with the transmission Crossmember. So we'll probably do a little spray and then put it back in there, and I don't know. Me and him got to come to the conclusion if we're going to put the engine in or not, because I really need help, somebody helping me to put the engine in. So that'd be great if we could pull that off. So we finished the transmission Crossmember. Matt did a really good job on that. It turned out actually really, really nice. You used a new Vulcan welder. What did you think of it?
I really like it. It was really easy to get used to.
Isn't it?
It was easy to operate.
I like it.
No complaints.
No,
whatsoever.
especially for the price point, you can't beat the thing. So we got that done, and I ended up getting the block primed, got it wired, and then we looked at each other and just said, man, let's go enjoy the night. So we took off, went cruising, and then did, you know, got some food. So we're back, and we are going to get the LSX, how does it, yeah, we're going to get that in the van, and because Matt's got to get back on the road. So it technically, am I running today? No, because we're waiting on this flex plate. But what I really needed help anyways with anything was to get the engine in the van. So we're going to get the engine in the van, and then you need to get back on the road to do. See, Matt always comes and just leaves right when we get ready to get Matt. No, I can't hate it. You know, it's been a good, refreshing time to actually sit there and work on stuff and not be by yourself singing to goats and stuff. So let's get this in.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and go up with it, baby. Come to me. When's the last time you put an engine in through a door, side door?
Probably 2010, 2011.
What was it?
A van.
See? All the rules for all the activities, but you gotta put the engine through the side door.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Is it? I don't know if it's good stuff or if it's great stuff, but this should be the last time this goes in. Dude, I wish we had the flex plate.
Yeah,
you know, that's
was
what, like,
a bummer. But that's reality. Anybody that works on this stuff understands.
Oh, I know.
You're one part
good.
or one bolt away from a long day.
We're gonna need to. Yep. Ready?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, it's gonna go straight in that way.
Watch the door. About to kick me a little bit. About to hit the crib.
Can you go up? All right, go forward.
Nah, it's still gonna hit.
Hands. Oh, yeah,
we're good.
Let's go.
I'm about to hit the crib.
What crib?
Your wheels on?
Hold on.
Yep, I see you.
There you go.
All right. Going in.
Okay, hold on. Let me get on the other side. I'm gonna get on the other side and twist. You come forward with the cherry picker.
It's into the van.
It is?
Yep. Hold on. Can you hold the motor?
Yeah, I got it. Okay, hold up.
Is that good?
Yeah. Can you go down with it slowly, please?
All right. You're gonna have to hold it because I can't get it in this.
I got it slowly, baby. Yeah, see, I got enough room with the transmission all the way back to get to the flex plate.
Yeah, you have room.
Hello, Mr. LSX. Welcome to the Hot Rod Band, where we will take you and find your limits on how well you can do a burnout every day.
Alright, I'm gonna pull you back just a little bit.
Are we in the mount up there?
In the mount.
Okay.
How close are you?
We're up high over here, but yeah.
Alright, should I get this bolt in when it looks like it's close?
It should just sit.
It's coming down. How close are you?
A little close, but the chain's pulling it that way a little bit. Can you get it?
I need to lock. Okay, I need it. You're right, the chain's pulling it this way quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to try and move the hoist a little bit.
Toward me. It's... I mean, I'm in my mount. It needs to go
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I have a pry bar, I think I can make
grab
that
a screwdriver, big screw, and try it. Because we're still up on it, you know what I mean? Wait to drive this thing.
I'm not coming.
No, I know. There it goes, right there.
That's all it needs. Right. I'm gonna come down a little bit.
Yep. Yep. Stop right there.
Slide.
Yeah.
All right, do that again.
Do a little pry again. You went a little too far there that time, partner.
I did. Can you get it on your side? It needs to go up a little bit too, I think.
It needs to go up. You need to jack that thing up.
It's caught in this mount.
Go ahead and just go all the way up then.
There it goes. There it goes.
Get your bolt in there?
Pretty close.
You want a screwdriver?
It's, yeah. Let's see where it's caught. The very front, and that's not an easy spot.
It's because it's in an angle that it came in.
You're right. Going up.
Okay. Yeah, go up, reset. Okay.
Yeah, it's the back's higher than the front, and that's what's getting us.
Right, but if we can get, what we'll do is go the bolt from the front.
Yeah.
So we'll get the hole in it, and then we'll just let it drop.
Do you want to start yours first?
Well, it's got to, yeah, but we just got to go down with it. Like,
got to go down?
Yeah, well, if you're closer on your end, that's what it's going to be. If you can put a bolt in the front of yours.
Okay, let me see how close I am.
Is that in the engine room?
Yep.
Okay. Then you go down on mine, and I'll put mine in from the front.
Going down.
A little more, just a little more. Not much,
Okay.
just a little, just a little bit. Not
Just
much.
a little baby bit.
Just a little baby bit. Go. I think you went a little bit too far. Go up with it. Just jack it up a little bit. You all the way through? Huh?
Yes, going up.
Jack up a little bit. A little more. A little more. Hold on.
With the hammer?
Down just a little. Well.
Down.
Go home, baby. Give me a hammer.
I hear it.
Give me a hammer. Golly. It's like it's still in a bind.
Is the hide good?
It's go down just a little bit. Go down just a little bit. A little, not a lot.
Enough?
Yeah, I gotta get it down just a little bit. Okay, hold up. Go ahead, go down a little bit. Can't see behind here. Can you see where we're at? Where
Needs to go up.
Okay.
Nope, I went up too much. That is a tricky one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I know how to fix it.
Go ahead. It was that easy, just a little
boo boo boo. Yeah, I see I got plenty of room in here still to get to it, so hold on. Hold on. Technically, we're good. I mean, I'm gonna put something underneath the pan.
Yep.
So we can get the cherry picker out of the way. But dude, I appreciate you helping me get this far in. It's so much. I'm happier that it's higher. You know, I got the pan clearance I need. I mean, this is all going to tip backwards. Get transmission in there. Everything will be fine. I can finish the doghouse. You know, like my goal this week was going to have to be, because I still have to finish up the Mirada because I leave for Power Tour on Sunday. I mean, we wanted to get this thing running and driving, but it is what it is, right? Like, I mean, the truth of the matter is, whatever happened. I just got to get the right flex plate. So it depends on when the flex plate gets here. But I can still this week, I'll get it dressed, I'll get everything squared away, get it wired. So the only thing I have to do is put the flex plate on.
Yes.
You know,
there's a lot you can do.
Yeah. This is the biggest. This is the biggest right now. This makes me.
Everything else from this point out, single man.
Oh, easily. But it's just, it's so hard to put an engine in, coming through the door, trying to get it all lined up and everything that way, one person. It just does not.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Did they say on Freddy Krueger?
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, on
Freddy
Halloween.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, good. So the engine's in, thanks to Matthew. I want to thank Matt again for coming to help. Everyone that did buy a shirt, thank you very much. It means a lot. They'll be coming to you soon. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay working. I can't slow down right now. I don't even know what day it is. I woke up this morning and told him my body feels like it's 90 years old. It does. So if you could, do me a favor, click like, subscribe. If somebody told me that's how you say it, just click the clickety clacks. You know what I mean. We'll catch you later.